that it was really backed up at the poll place that
Is
serves
that
the
right?
university. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, somebody said that they had a big turnout at UConn, yeah.
Yeah, they had somebody said it was like a 2-hour wait and getting longer. And that was at
Wow,
5 last night.
wow.
Okay, we are live and on Zoom and recording. So whenever you want to start, we have a lot of people in the meeting already. So I think we're good whenever you're ready.
Do we have a quorum?
I think we have 6. Unless I don't know who MP 018144 is.
You're on mute.
Stan Papermaster. Good morning.
Oh, perfect. Okay, then we have a quorum.
Thank you very much, Kat. Good morning, everybody. It's 9:01. I'll call the meeting to order. First, has anybody gotten a chance to, or has everybody gotten a chance to review the minutes of the meeting of October 9th?
Yep.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve the minutes, or first, motion to approve the minutes, excuse me.
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Moy. Thank you. Any questions, edits, concerns? All right, hearing none. All those in favor of approving the minutes from October 9th, please raise your hand or say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All right, thank you very much. Any noes? Nays? All right, minutes are approved.
This is Ebony. I
yes.
abstained since I wasn't at the last meeting.
Thank you very much, Dean Nelson. The next item of business is the scheduling of the presentation for Chief Justice Mullins. The dates that the Chief Justice has indicated that he has available are November 12th from 1 to 2 or after 3 p.m. November 13th from 12 to 2 or 4 to 5. And on November 14th in the morning, at any point in the morning. If you could look at your calendars, let us know whether or not those times work for a majority of the members. And that way we can respond to the Chief Justice and get that presentation scheduled. And if you want to take a few moments and do it now, or we can do it at the end of the meeting, either one works for me.
Karen, I'm going to be traveling that week, but will there be a recording available to watch if for those who miss it?
Kat, do we normally have those available?
Yeah, the meeting will be on our YouTube page, and I can also send a link. That's easy.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I'll be traveling on the beginning on the 13th, but I'm generally available on the 12th.
I'm also traveling on the 13th as well, but so I'll try and make myself available as possible. But
does the 12th work for you, Moy?
I might be on the plane, but I think my flight is at 5. So no, actually it would work. 1 to 2.
1 to 2 is one of the possibilities. Yes,
that would work.
12th works for me.
I can make the 12th.
Yeah, it looks like it works for me also.
The 12th is great for me too.
Okay, great. We will schedule the Chief Justice for November 12th from 1 to 2 p.m. Thank you, everybody. The next item of business is other presentations that the commission would like to hear from. The previous commission had a presentation by the Office of Fiscal Analysis. One of the factors that we have to look at is, I'll call it in collective bargaining parlance, the ability to pay or the state's fiscal constraints. And then they also had a presentation from the National Center for State Courts. Would the commission like to hear from those two groups this time around? Okay. Our next excuse me, our next meeting after that, after today's meeting is 2 weeks from now on the 20th. So we will look at trying to get those scheduled for the 20th if possible. If that works for everybody. Is there any other presentations other than those that will occur at the public hearing that the commission would like to hear from? Or any groups or entities, individuals in particular? All right, we will get those. Sorry, Jim? Oh, Dan, sorry.
Just out of curiosity, will the presentations include like a comparison to the comparable salaries in Rhode Island and Mass?
From this National Center for State Courts, I certainly will ask them, what information they have available to share with us. But I think that is an appropriate topic for the commission to be looking at, or appropriate comparators.
Okay.
But I certainly will check and see what information they have, and we'll share that back with the commission.
Thank you.
No problem. All right, hearing no other suggestions. If anybody does have any suggestions for additional presentations after the meeting, please send them to Kat, and we can get those circulated for the group to consider. The next is scheduling of a public hearing. In terms of, is the 9 o'clock in the morning date or time on a Wednesday, do you think appropriate? I did not get a chance to check how long the last public hearing took from beginning to end, and should we be looking at another date or perhaps in the afternoon that might work better, either for the members of the commission if it's longer than sort of the hour that we've generally slotted for these meetings. Excuse me, I'm a little froggy this morning. And I throw that open for discussion. And also, being mindful that some of you are practitioners and need to be in court by 10 o'clock and sometimes earlier than that. So being cognizant of that as well.
I was going to
Litigators, I should say.
propose a Monday for that exact reason. A lot of courts don't hold business Monday, maybe afternoon.
Let's look at calendars. So with that on the 20th, the 25th is the week of Thanksgiving. We could shoot for December 2nd for the public hearing. Would that work for?
No, that probably won't work for me. But if it works for the others.
Looking at a 2 o'clock start time, is that reasonable, or would earlier? Anybody else have a problem with December 2nd to schedule a public hearing?
2 o'clock in the afternoon works for me. I can make that work.
Works for me also.
All right. We will shoot for 12/2, starting at 2 o'clock. And we discussed, and that's the next item on the agenda. We had talked about the groups that had presented or appeared at the last public hearing. Anybody additional that we think that we should invite specifically or just work off the list that we had last time. And then the additional suggestions that were made at our first meeting. And Kat, this goes out in the legislative bulletin as it would for any other legislative hearing, correct?
Yes. So this meeting right now wasn't in the bulletin only because we weren't certain we were meeting, but in time. But yeah, these meetings will certainly be in the bulletin as long as they're confirmed. And just as a quick note, the 20th of November, I'm unavailable to facilitate the meeting, but I am going to find someone who is able to. So I just wanted to let you know.
Thank you very much, Kat. Any additional suggestions? If you think of any, again, in the meantime, please share them with Kat and we can circulate to the group. And we'll send out invitations to the individuals that appeared last time, as well as to the groups, excuse me, that were mentioned in our last meeting on the 9th of October. And we'll go from there.
Karen, can you send out that list of who we had invited in the past and who we had discussed at the earlier meeting?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll do that. I should be able to get that done by the end of today. But if not, I'll get it to you by the latest tomorrow morning.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then based on the presentation at the last meeting, with regard to the charge to the committee, I just wanted to open it up for discussion. If anybody had any questions that they would like answered, any topics that within that charge that we think that we need to have a discussion on at this point, or schedule for a future meeting. Excuse me, may be more informed by the presentations we have. So I understand this may be a little early in the proceedings. And also to get everybody to start thinking about the work that needs to be done for the report. And if there's any particular topic that is of interest within the charge for tackling among us, and perhaps divide the workload up a little with an eye towards that. I believe the last commission did something similar with regard to having individual members of the commission lead a particular topic that would then be addressed in the final report. So I welcome any other suggestions for how we proceed.
Karen, to what extent does the judiciary, all the judges under our purview, know that we're doing this?
As far as I know, the judiciary in and of itself, or at least judiciary leadership, is aware that the commission is working. One of the invitations at the last in the group that served as the 2020 commissioners invited the Judges Association to present or to come to the public hearing to present. So they have various ways in which I think that they are notified generally, and I can certainly follow up with Melissa Farley, the head of external affairs, to find out if there was any sort of general notification to the bench that the commission had convened.
Yeah, I mean, it just strikes me that they should know, and that we should do what our due diligence to be sure that the judiciary knows, and certainly going through their executives or whatever their administrative tree is would be, seems to me to be appropriate.
And I see Melissa is, she wasn't on my screen before, but Melissa is here. Melissa, if you don't mind, do you know whether or not there was any sort of general notice sent out to the bench that the commission had been appointed and was convening? If you're aware. And she may be on a call or something else. I'll follow up with that, Jim, and again, get back to the group. Oh, there's Melissa. You're on mute.
I'm sorry about that. There was not a general notice that went out to the judges about the commission. I'm sorry, I had to go to another meeting, but I can tell you that the president of the Judges Association was invited to present. And this year, the president is Judge Rupal Shaw. So you might want to ask her if she'd be interested in presenting. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Melissa. Any other questions or discussion points?
Yeah, Karen, and I apologize if this has already been done, but if we could have circulated the last report, and I don't know if there's been, would this be the second or third? I don't know how many there have been, but if there've been multiples, I'd be interested in just taking a look at what's been done before.
Absolutely. And the last report was issued in obviously January of 2021. It's 21 pages. And if you want quicker access, then I'll be able to get it to you today. It's on the Judiciary Committee website, the legislature, and they have an actual place for the Judicial Compensation Commission or Commission on Judicial Compensation with a link to prior agendas, minutes, and I'm not sure if the presentations are there, but there's slide deck from one of the earlier meetings.
That's great. I'll track it down myself, Karen. Sounds like it's easy to find.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other business? May I have a motion to adjourn? Oh, Jim, sorry.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I came on late and I heard you talking about something happening on the 12th or 13th. And I just wanted to hear what that was.
Oh, my apologies. The Chief Justice gave us dates that he is available to give a presentation to the commission and has requested to give a presentation to the commission. And it looked like November 12th from 1 to 2 worked for most of the members.
And I'm going to be traveling that day. So there would be a way to be able to see, see a transcription or something or a video of what happened.
It will be recorded. Kat informed us, so the recording will be available after the fact.
Great. Thank you.
Thank
My
you.
apologies.
No problem. All right. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Good.
All right. Thank you all very much, and we will see you on the 12th, and I will get the information to you no later than tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Take care.
Have a great
You too.